Comedy Film Nerds Podcast.
Premiering this week, I Do Until I Don't is another indie movie about marriage and the foibles of marriage, and it is a Lake Bell passion project. Written, directed, and starring Lake Bell.
All right.
So I haven't heard that much about this film. I don't know that much about it. But again, it's another empty release weekend, so you can catch up on some of these other films.
Yeah.
Here's a couple movies I would recommend just from seeing trailers, which is again, it's called Served Like a Girl. It has a limited release.
When you called me and said you were seeing this, I swear I thought you said Surf Like a Girl.
Surf Like a Girl. You started laughing, and I was like, I don't know why this title is funny. Yeah. But the trailer for it is really interesting. Served Like a Girl. It's about female combat vets rotating back and trying to integrate into life in the States. And I'm going to try to see it. It looks very intriguing because they're like, hey, I served overseas too. I've got PTSD. I've got a prosthetic. And they feature looks like they feature maybe 4 or 5 women. And one woman says in the trailer, she goes, I came to my VA and was having trouble. And they said, sorry, all our facilities and everything is just for men. And she goes, and that's the day I became homeless.
Wow.
Jesus.
And you're like, wow. So vets are having to deal with enough. And then if you're a female, that's even worse. Oh God. So this, and I guess there's and then there looks like there's some organization in the trailer that's that's getting female vets and empowering them and all this stuff like this. So it's something it looks to me like everything that's great about documentary filmmaking, and I'm definitely going to see it. So I would recommend that. And then there's also another one called, it's about Native Americans in the rock industry, and it's called Rampage or something like that.
Rock Like a Girl?
No, Chris.
Close.
It's
close.
It's both genders of Native Americans. I forget what but apparently, God, I'm blanking on this title. It's driving me crazy. Brenton, can you try to look this up for me while I'm talking?
We just stopped recording.
It's a Native American rock documentary. We'll get the title in a second, but basically, it's something I didn't know. In the trailer, they're like, many of your biggest favorite bands had these handful of session musicians or just pro musicians that were all Native American.
Oh wow!
And it's called
Rumble, the Indians Who Rock the World.
Rumble, the Indians Who Rock the World. Yes.
Really, you couldn't remember that title?
Yeah. I know.
Well, there are a lot of
it's amazing I couldn't with you going, rock like a girl, surf like a girl.
Rumble
like a girl.
Rumble like a girl.
So yeah, that's another doc that looks really interesting. It has a limited release as well. So since we're in kind of a slow week, I would recommend those 2 movies. They look interesting to me, and I want to go see them.
Can I throw one in here?
Yes.
There's a film called Crown Heights that came out this week.
Oh, yes.
Speaking of the ninja guy in
Death Note.
In Death Note. It's starring Lakeith Stanfield. Crown Heights. It's a biography. And
it's based on a true story, right?
Yeah. So it's about Colin Warner is wrongfully convicted of murder, and his best friend devotes his life to proving this guy's innocence and getting him out of jail. And it looks amazing. And back when I had a podcast, fellas, Lakeith was one of our guests, and he came on, and I remember him talking about it was a ways from being out, but I remember him talking about getting this script and looking at it and kind of working on the role and what he was going through to do that. And I was like, oh, all right, well, I'll look out for that one day. And so, and then it came out. I was like, oh, that's the movie he was I don't know why I was surprised, he was just making it up. The man's a professional actor,
right.
Yeah. But,
oh, sounds great.
Yeah, okay, buddy. Good luck.
Making movies is hard, Lakeith. Just who's this asshole?
Yeah. So, but he's a brilliantly talented actor. This looks like a great movie, so I would and it's out now. So go see that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right.
There's a lot of great little indie movies, guys. It's a wonderful time to go support them since they so often are getting drowned out. Obviously, the Cape movies will take 5 of the 12 screens or whatever
Yeah.
at your multiplex.
And now's the time where they're not getting drowned out because
Right.
there's a dearth of these big budget movies being released. So now's a good time.
Now's a good time to support them. And then another great movie to support September 12th is Earbuds, the podcasting documentary.
Yes.
There
that-
you go.
Pre-order it on iTunes.
We should do a spoiler app.
On Earbuds. We will do a spoiler up on Earbuds, and we'll drop it on the 12th. It'll be great. We're going to shell it.
Yeah. Here's what I liked about this movie.
I wasn't a fan. Didn't
Yeah.
like it. Thought the director was a little windy.
What if you had a guest who saw the movie and they talked about the movie like it wasn't yours? And they just, I didn't care for it, and I don't know what the guys were thinking when they.
These two guys that made it were full of themselves.
Yeah.
You know, it's us, right? In a minute. Anyway,
Yeah.
what I was saying is that I really felt that they.
They didn't connect.
Yeah.
So Earbuds is you can pre-order it on iTunes.
Yep, the pre-order link is actually up in iTunes right now. You could do it right now.
So that's a great way to support the show. And when it goes wide, tell everybody about it.
Yep.
'Cause you'll be able to get it on all different platforms.
Except Comedy Film Nerds for 45 days.
Right.
Whoops.
And then, due to our window.
We didn't read the contract, Chris.
But it'll be available
boy.
everywhere else.
Don't I?
Yeah.
I get it.
I didn't want to hire a lawyer, but
This is fine, right?
Yeah.
Page document. I don't know. It just.
Yeah.
I saw my name in caps.
Yeah. Next thing I know, I sold McDonald's.